Brand new 911 Emergency Pendant. You've seen these out there. You press the button, you get instantly through to a 911 operator. If you are alone or you are feel vulnerable and you want something to be there beside you, if there's an accident, if you fall, if you need access to medical assistance, fire or police, press the button straight through. Great idea. Here's the problem. A lot of these pendants that you buy, they don't go to 911, they go to an operator call center in another country, and then they call 911. Well, seconds matter. Seconds can save lives. We can't be doing that. This is straight through to official 911. And the biggest problem of all is that a lot of these 911 pendants, they cost a fortune. They cost $50 a month, $40 a month, $35 a month, every month, every year for the rest of your life. Well, that's into the thousands and thousands of dollars. This is free forever. You will never pay a penny. You'll always have it with you. You can wear it with the lanyard. You can clip it with the clip. You can have it in your purse or your pocket. And if you need help, you press the button. So we launched it. I don't know if producer Rob, does it show the 2,000 sold, I believe? We sold, it doesn't show it, so well, we sold 2,000, there should be 1,000 left. Can we see that, Rob? Does it show 1,000 left, I think? Okay, it does show that. So we started with 3, we have 1,000 left, final quantities, final opportunity. This is not back for 6 months. We'll get into the details. It's a patented product, 4G connectivity, first of its kind. Mr. Joe Harrison returns triumphantly.
Adam.
Joe, where are you gonna sit?
I'm gonna sit next to you. I saw you move over for me.
Because sit over there. You're so fun, Joe. Joe, we're closing the gap on these 911 pendants. Being secure in your own home shouldn't be so expensive.
Right, you want that independence.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to have to, deal with monthly expenses. You should just be able to live your life and then have the ability to call 911 when you need it. And there are a lot of people that call 911 for many reasons, whether it's a house fire, whether it's medical, whether it's police, and that's why that 911 service is there. But often when you need to call 911, you do it through your phone, but then your phone is somewhere throughout the house. Yeah. It could be plugged in because the battery doesn't last all day. It's in the kitchen, it's in the bathroom, and you're in another part of the house. And what do? You don't have that ability. But with this, and with a 2-month battery that's built in, you clip this on your belt, you put the lanyard on, you put it in your purse, you can have it for 2 months until you need to charge it again, and 911 isn't on the other side of the house, it's right here on this big red button. There's a microphone on the top, there's a speaker down below. I hold that for 7 seconds. It's not a click and release. You press and hold that for 7 seconds. The next voice you hear is your local 911 agent. It uses advanced 4G technology, which means that it can now triangulate where you are. So now that 911 agent can tell specifically within proximity where you are. They know you're not in Dallas, Texas. They know you're in Miami, Florida. That's the great thing about it, is that it's a 911 service agent that is local in your area. Now let me show you, is this gonna work for you? This is the 4G coverage map for My911.
Wow.
Adam, there are only pockets out on the West Coast and a couple up in Maine that don't have the ability to call 911 because those are the mountainous areas where they don't have cell phone antennas. It is 98% of the US population has access to 4G service, and now you have access to 911 with one touch of a button. Now, why is this important? There are a lot of bad things that happen. You could fall down. It could be an emergency. Somebody could try to be breaking into the house. There are a million reasons to do it, but for my reason was about 6 months ago, my dad came to visit us. My dad likes his cold brew. He's always up early. Cold brew's in the garage in the refrigerator that's out there. He gets up around 5 a.m., walks out to the garage. He falls in the garage, pulls his hamstring. My dad is retired. He's getting up there in age. Falling is starting to become something that he deals with. My dad is laying on the floor. I don't wake up until around 6:30, about an hour and a half later. I see the garage door open. I see the light on. I go in there and I see my dad on the floor. And he's telling me his leg is killing him. He can't get up, he can't crawl, he can't move.
What if you weren't there?
That's the thing, Adam. Like, if I wasn't there, he was like I was only an hour and a half later. My dad has a cell phone, just like a lot of us. That was my dad's emergency plan. Let me call 911 from my cell phone. Guess where it was? It was plugged in on the nightstand in the bedroom on the other side of the house. My dad couldn't even crawl up that little 5-inch step that we have from our garage into the house. If my dad would have had this, it wouldn't have been me calling 911 an hour and a half later. It would have been my dad pressing and holding that button for 7 seconds 911 would have been banging on our door, waking us up saying, we got an emergency call right here. That was the reason why we started looking to this and investing it in for my dad's future. Because my dad still wants to have his independence, even though he's starting to fall a little bit. So then we started looking at those devices where it's, I've fallen down and I need help. And what ends up happening is those devices start costing, there's a monthly fee for that.
Sure.
And at the time, my dad's falling down, like, I'll pay whatever.
Yeah.
But then we started realizing it's $40 a month. No problem, we'll pay that today. But then it becomes $40 next month. And then by the end of the year goes by, Adam, that's $480. We could have bought 3 of these for the price of that. And with this, that's the only cost you have today is that one price. There's no monthly fee, there's no startup fee, there's no subscription. You buy this today, you charge it overnight, and you are set. When you ever need 911, it is right there on that big red button.
We are taking final orders right now. I have over 350 people in the ordering process. That leaves around 650 left before it's completely sold out. This is the final presentation of our quantity. There's a lot of things that Joe said which is important. I mean, first of all, obviously, if there is a fall, if there is an accident, if it's for mum, dad, grandma, grandpa, for you, it's important that you can get help. If nobody else is around and wherever you may be, you can press this button, you hold it for 7 seconds, and you're through to a 911 operator. On top of that, you think of what else Joe said. If you live alone like so many of us do, you know, if ever you've been in a situation where something scared you and you need to make a phone call, you know what happens? You try to use your phone, but your brain doesn't work and you can't even unlock the screen, let alone dial numbers. If you were in bed and you heard somebody breaking into the house, I know what you could do. You could open up the nightstand drawer, take this out and press one button for 7 seconds and get through to a 911 operator. I also know that parents buy this for their kids at school and college, where anything can happen, as we know as well. An emergency device that is there. I need the police. I need an ambulance. I need the fire department. People buy these and they put them in their cars. They clip them to their visor. Many car brands offer the service. Press the button in the car and you get access to the emergency service if, God forbid, there was a collision. Well, you can put this in your car. If, God forbid, there was a collision, you're going to press this button. The difference is you're paying nothing for it. It's free forever. Everybody else is paying $30, $40, $50 a month. And it's for all the above reasons that this first-of-its-kind product, patented, the first of its kind here on HSN, has been the wild seller that it has. With the orders coming through, I have maybe 500 now left. I want to make sure you know there is no small print, there is no fine print, there is no catch. There is no activation fee, there is no lease, there is no contract. There is no promotional period. There is never, ever going to be a monthly fee or an annual fee. When you buy this once, you have it forever for free. And when you press the button, Joe, this is to official 911, not a call center in England.
Well, that's the problem, is that there are other services that are out there that you're calling a call center. And what does that call center say? What's your name, what happened, where you're located? They're taking 7, 8, 9 minutes to get the information, and then they're calling 911 for you, sharing that same information. You're cutting out the middleman. You don't need to waste that 10 minutes, because you know, in certain cases, seconds matter.
Yeah.
And most reasons why you're calling 911, seconds matter. And when you're holding down this button, it takes 7 seconds. We did that on purpose, because if you click and release it all the time, the 911, they're gonna keep coming to your house. You shouldn't be tying up the 911 unless it's an emergency. So you press and hold down this button right here for 7 seconds, and then it's gonna call 911. The gray button on the upper right-hand side, please pay attention to this part of the presentation. This is the test button. I'm going to hold this down, show you how long 7 seconds is. Because when you're holding down the button, what happens is with the test button, you hold this down, battery, good. It's testing the battery. The next thing it's going to do, it's going to test the cellular connection. Cellular connection, good. The cellular connection is good. So it tells you battery's good, cellular connection good, check. I want you to do that at your house. Because when you see the map coverage of the United States, 98% of the US population has access to 4G service. But we all don't live in an open field. We might live in a 3-story or a 4-story or a concrete building or a wood building. Everybody's house is a little bit different. Try it, test it when you get it at home, make sure it works for you. If it doesn't, that's the great thing about HSN, just return it.
For sure.
But when it does work, now you know how to use it. Now you've tested it. Now you know how to make sure when I need 911 service, you don't have to call anybody else. You push that button down. They've even designed this, like the white part is nice and smooth, but when you get to that button, it's a different texture. So even if something happens in the middle of the night, there's not a single light on, you can feel where that button is and press and hold it and call 911. Now when you call this, it's not calling the 911 agent wherever you shipped it from. Say you bought this in, like my dad's case, he lives in Columbus, Ohio. He has one now. It's going to call his Columbus, Ohio 911 agent. When he comes down to us to visit us in Florida, it calls the local 911 agent there. It gives you that independence that you're not locked in a house, not locked in a single spot. Anywhere you happen to travel in the United States, you call push that button, it will call your local 911 agent, and you're talking to them in seconds. Now, how often do we call 911? For me, I did it just 6 months ago. It's the first time I've had it in a couple of years. But there's 240 million calls made to 911 every single year. There's 330 million people in the United States. Almost everybody's calling 911 at that moment, and you don't know when your moment is. You don't know if you got into a car accident. You don't know if there's a fire. You don't know if there's a medical emergency. But when you need to call 911, what is your plan? Is your plan to call a cell phone? But where does your cell phone live? You can't have your cell phone on you like this does. This has a 2-month battery. You're lucky if your cell phone will last you a day. This one, you keep it in your purse, you keep it on your loop belt, you put it around the lanyard, and Adam, you've got that for 2 months on end. But the other thing too, Adam, is this is designed to be water resistant. So if you're out in the rain, no problem, it can handle that. It's got a special little magnetic charger on the back side there. It's designed so now if you're out in the rain, you're out and the kids are splashing with water at the poolside, no problem, it's still going to work too. It's a patented product with a patented design. Adam, nobody else has this, but it gives you that peace of mind and gives you that independence once again.
You know, you can see the difference, you can see the quality, you can see the incredible breakthrough that this is. There's a couple other observations that I've made that I think you should know. When it comes time to charge this, you don't have to connect it to like a computer or something. Included is the wall brick. So it's a proper plug that goes into an outlet to charge this up, and that's gonna last you up to 2 months. The other things to know, when you press the button, if you need to, for 911, it will say calling 911 and it will start to flash. The button flashes red, so you know it's activated. I want to be clear, this is not having to be connected to your cell phone. This works independently. So this doesn't need to be connected to anything. It will call 911. We're 8 minutes or sell out. With the orders coming through, maybe 350 left. We are officially limited quantity at this stage. I don't have any advanced order or wait list or extended delivery, so once it's gone, it's gone. I know we've got free shipping and handling if you order today. I know there's flex pay as well if you order today. I think that brings it home for $30 and then you've got it. We ship it out with that first payment. I think it's something we could all relate to. Either it's ourselves or somebody that we love and care about and we worry about and we want to be there for and with at all hours of the day, but maybe we can't be. There is a sense of security knowing that this is with them, that if there was an emergency, if there was a medical problem, if there was an accident, they can press that button and get life-saving help as quickly as is possible. As quickly as is possible. We talk about it being for the children at school or kids at college, university. We talk about if you see something that's not quite right, we can call and get the police there. If we see something and we need the fire department, we can do that. So from every perspective, every age range, every situation, it's there for safety. Honestly, to have one in the nightstand drawer is worth every penny. Hopefully you never need to use it, but if you ever heard somebody breaking in, God forbid, you know you could reach in and press this button. Every home in America should have one of these. And when it's free forever, that's the game changer. Because if Joe was sat here saying, so there's all these benefits, and at only $35 a month, that's the problem. I don't want to spend $35 a month or even $25 a month. And Joe, that's got to be why this is selling out. The fact that you're able to say it's free forever is something that you don't find with these things.
It's almost like there's another catch, because the other side of the market is there is a fee.
Yes.
And most commonly it's around $40 a month for that fee. And then there's a $100 activation fee. And that fee doesn't occur just over a year. That fee occurs for the life of the product. With this one, There's no extra fee to it. There's, like Adam said, there's no fine print. There's no extra catch to us. You buy this at home. The prep for you when you get this at home is we give you 2 cables, one to maybe keep in the kitchen, one in the nightstand. You charge it overnight. That's it, you're done. The next thing you need to do is you call 911 when you need that emergency. There are 2 buttons that are on there. That big red button, you press and hold that for 7 seconds. The next voice you hear is a 911 agent. You're not hearing a middleman. You're not hearing somebody else from another country. You're not calling a random call center. You're calling your local 911 who has access to you when you need to get there. It's direct two-way communication. And you don't have to sync this up with a phone. You don't have to tie this or download this to an app on your cell phone or even connect this to your house phone. This will call independently, and it goes along with you. You could be out about running your chores. You could be out at work. You could be walking in the garden, wherever it happens to be. You press and hold that. 98% of the U.S. is covered from this same service, the 4G service. So when you see the map, if you live in New York and you're traveling to Seattle or coming down to Florida or you're going to Texas or anywhere in between, all that blue, that's where 4G access is available in the United States, 98% of the country. One thing Adam brought up was for kids too. If you have grandkids or if you have kids yourself that are going to school, we were probably the last person to give our kids a cell phone, and it didn't happen until middle school. But we teach our kids stranger danger for a reason. My daughter would walk home, about half a mile from the bus stop to our house. Half a mile doesn't seem very long. It's not that long. However, a lot can happen in between that time frame. I would have loved to have had this, just to keep this in my daughter's backpack, because she might not necessarily know how to call 911 or who to call, but she knows, okay, I'm in danger. I'm going to hold and press that big button for 7 seconds, and then a 911 agent's going to be there. Now, what happens if my daughter's talking to them? She's not going to know the cross streets. Maybe you're in an accident. You don't know what the cross streets are. Because this uses 4G service, as more 911 centers are updated, 4G actually triangulates and can give an approximation where you are. So even if you can't tell them where you are, they're going to know there's something going on in that vicinity, and they'll send somebody out to you. Now, my daughter is now a little bit older. She's in college. She goes to a bright, beautiful university here in Florida. It's beautiful during the day. Everybody can see everything, but at night, they have all these emergency beacons with these blue lights, and they call 911. The reason why, bad things happen at night. So my daughter even has one. She's a college student, because we tell her if somebody attacks you, press and hold that button. Nobody's going to know, how do I turn this off?
No.
They don't know, where's the off? There is no off button. They're going to be able to talk to a 911 agent even during an emergency if you're getting attacked. Adam, there are truly a million reasons why you should buy this. But if you ever feel threatened, if you ever feel, I want my independence, if you've lost it now because you have to stay at home, because like my dad, who's now prevalent to falling, he has this now. Because about 6 months ago, I woke up and saw my dad laying in my garage. Right. He wanted to call 911. He couldn't get up off his garage. It was an hour and a half later. But Adam, if my dad would have had this, all he had to do is press and hold that button. And the next voice he would have heard was a 911 agent. That agent could say, what happened? He could say, I fell in my garage. I can't get up. Where are you located? Don't even worry about it. We see you on the map. We'll be there as soon as we can. Seconds matter, Adam.
I wish we had more. I wish we had more availability of this. One of the joys of HSN, and the reason why HSN was founded in the first place, was to highlight and showcase innovative new products, and that's exactly what this is. There's never been a 4G 911 pendant that is free, no monthly service, that doesn't go to a secondary call center, a third-party call center that then calls 911. Give me direct access to proper 911. Don't make me pay any monthly fee, and give me peace of mind knowing that if there was a situation where I was in danger or I'd fallen and I was hurt badly, I could press this button and instantly get through. Remember, you get the lanyard so you can wear this. You can clip this onto your belt or your purse. You can put it in your pocket if you want. So many different ways to do it. I will say, they're telling me there's like 2 minutes left, and with everybody ordering